welcome back. My name is Lauren and I'm here with a large bag of carrots. If you saw my grocery haul, this is from Azure Standard. We buy this bag every single year and we tackle it like it's no tomorrow. Come with me as we finish breaking down a whole lot of carrots. And then you're probably wondering, why in the world do you have so many carrots? Stay tuned, let's get into it. Okay, so why so many carrots? I believe carrots are probably the basis of a whole lot of soups. And as we are leaving the fall season into the winter season, your soup intake goes up, right? Here where we are in this zone, we're still warm right now. We are in the 80s during the daytime. So no, we are not loving soups right now. But our evenings are starting to get chill and cool where we want a soup here and there. But definitely after Thanksgiving, we want soup. It is like cold and fuzzy. And then by January, oh yeah, we're on a weekly basis of soup. So many recipes that I have require carrots. Carrots is an easy side dish too when you have a roast of some sort. Throw it right into the oven. You can do brown sugar butter, maple syrup, and butter. You can make them spicy. You can do all kind of things with carrots. So that's why we have a big bag. Not to mention, by the time spring comes around, carrots come to mind for that Easter carrot cake. Oh yeah. This comes right out the freezer and we're ready for carrot cake in the fall time. So that's why we have this very large bag. Every single year we try our best to get a large bag of carrots. So this particular one comes from Azure. When we lived in Minnesota, we were able to get this directly from a local farmer. But since we moved here, we have not been able to do this. But Azure has stepped in. So let's discuss some of the different sizes of carrots, our plan, and what we want to do with them. Because yes, there are a couple things that we do with the carrots. Okay, so I got 3 bowls right here. And so my goal is to start dividing the carrots up. We have the nice, lovely, average sized carrot. This carrot will go in this bowl. The plan for this carrot is to get it skin taken off, obviously. And we will chop these up into round coins. And they're perfect for side dishes. Then you got your short and stubbies. Yes, that's what I refer to them as. This was probably a very large carrot at one point, but it snapped off either right at the root when pulling out the ground or in the bag. It doesn't matter. This short and stubby, I prefer. You either could dice it up or we prefer to shred these. Shredding these, I'll tell you what we love them for, but we prefer to shred these because they're easier to hold and grate down. Then you got the little skinny minis. These little guys, it's like the internet could. They are perfect to make little coins or dices for soups. So that's how I pull it out the bag. Skinny mini, nice and wide and short and stubby. And so I just pull them out the bag. Here's a skinny mini. If I got them funky like this, I'm going to break off the skinny mini and put the short and stubby over here. This is a nice good size. And so I'll just do this until the bowls are completely filled. Okay, so here's a bowl of the short and stubbies. We're going to go ahead and give these a nice good wash. We'll take the outer layer skin off and we're going to probably shred these up. Shredding these up is an easy way of ensuring that we have some, that we have some desserts. All right, so what are some of the desserts, for example, or sweet things that we like to eat? Carrot cake pancakes is so delicious. So I will grab a half a cup of the shredded carrots, put it right into the pancake mix, and then make a cream cheese drizzle, also with maple syrup right on top of the pancakes. If you got pecans or walnuts drizzled on top or even into the pancake mix, oh my gosh, guys, talk about elevating a dish. So that's one way. Of course, carrot cake is number 2. Number 3, our crew loves cinnamon rolls. And what's better than a cinnamon roll that's carrot cake style? Yes, you can do it. Another way that we have done or have used up shredded carrots is in sweet potato biscuits. Have you ever had a sweet potato biscuit? You can elevate some of that sweet flavor with shredded carrots. It cooks right in, so good. And it's a different way to eat a biscuit with some honey or butter. So we will keep collecting as many stubbies as we possibly can. And my husband will be right in there grating it on down. We will use our cupcake liner and pack it full and then freeze it. The cupcake liner holds about a half cup of shredded carrots. So if you need to double, triple, or quadruple a recipe, just think of it in that measurement. If you are one of those kind of people that are super precise, like you can't stand the fact that something is not the exact measurement, use a cookie sheet with a parchment liner or wax paper liner and use a half cup measurement. Scoop out, pack down those shredded carrots and dump it right onto a cookie sheet. That will ensure that you get the exact measurement. If not, if you're right along with me, half a cup sounds good, seems about right, use that muffin tin. Put both of them in the freezer, freeze for a couple of hours. Easy enough to use a fork to pop them out as a nice little disc. Throw them into a plastic bag and voila, you have your half cup measurements. Okay, so number 2, the little dice guys. So for dinner tonight, we did have carrots. Maple carrots. The crew ate it up. My son could not stand carrots. He did not like it as baby food. He did not like it as toddler food. None of it. He could not stand carrots. And so I never pushed it because, hey, he ate everything else from peas to green beans, avocado, you name it. But carrots, that was a no-go. Matter of fact, now that he's almost 7, I think it's the only time he has really eaten carrots is in the past year. And he has to have it with maple syrup. And so that's why we make sure that we have these nice, perfect kind of Bugs Bunny carrots. So this bowl, we will go ahead and get these diced up into small size. That small dice, triangular or square shape, whichever you're able to cut. We're not perfect, so we just cut it, make sure it's itty bitty. That size goes right into mason jars, and we will use about a quart per soup. Sometimes if we don't care that the soup is not heavy on the carrots, then I'll just use a pint, but for the most part, a quart or 2 pints will go right into our soup. So I will save at least 14. We're aiming for about 14 jars of the small diced carrots. On to the next is our itty bitty tiny ones. Like I said before, we are going to turn these into coins. These are my side dish carrots. Just like we had tonight, we will be using this size. Take the outer skins off, coin these all up, and then freeze some, can some, whichever I have space for. But that pint jar or that quart size bag full of coined carrots is perfect for a side dish for our family of 3. If I ran out of the dice and I need to use the coins for a soup or a recipe, no problem. We do it all the time. We interchange them. These will not be flavored whatsoever. I have canned maple syrup in some of the carrots. I might do it this year because my son loves it that way. So for it to marinate in a little bit of maple syrup water over the course of time until we open that jar, it's no problem. We've done it before in the past. But if not, we'll keep them all pretty much plain. So let's get down to the nitty gritty on the taste of carrots. Canning carrots is not everybody's favorite. One, it's a lot of work, and then two, it comes with a taste to it that a lot of people aren't quite sure what to put their finger on. And so my husband was able to pinpoint it that it's very similar to the taste of a tin canned carrot, which not everybody loves. I don't particularly love. So we do get around that a couple different ways. Number one, we don't put lemon juice in with our carrots. The acidity plus the sweetness of the carrot, when you go to cook with it, it clashes. Number two, we do add salt. Every jar that gets canned, we add salt. When we freeze them in shreds, we don't worry about salting. But if we're going to put it in a jar, salt. If we're going to freeze them in coins, chunks, we don't worry about salt either. But in a jar, we give it some salt. Not iodine, salt. Iodide. I lose my word. Iodine. Number three that we do to a lot of our carrots is give them flavor. I already mentioned maple. Another great one is Italian seasoning. Yes, a small scoop of Italian seasoning in each jar, about a half a teaspoon is enough for us. Yes, that cuts that identifiable taste with the canned carrot. The benefit is a lot of our soups will already require some oregano and some parsley, some thyme, so it doesn't wreck the whole soup. But if you're using carrots for something else that does not require that flavor profile, do not add Italian seasoning. Matter of fact, you can add other things such as brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom. Those flavors can be added to the jar also to help cut that little taste difference that you might identify. And then you get wonderful people like my son who don't care. As long as it got maple syrup on it, he doesn't seem to notice a bit of the flavoring. My husband didn't notice it at all. It was just specific to me and I guess a couple other lovely canners out there. So we're trying to get down to some nitty gritty. Time to get these carrots washed. Alright guys, that's it. So we have preserved almost all the carrots of the 25-pound bag. I think I have about a gallon bag full in the fridge. We've had 2 meals with carrots and we'll probably have a little bit in soup tonight and I'll preserve a little bit more for soup later in the week. Our weather dipped over this week of trying to preserve these carrots, so we are officially in soup season. I don't see the weather going back up again, so I think we will hover around these high 70s for a little bit. And we got into the garden, so I'll share that in the next video. Stay tuned. But right now we're going to go ahead and put up what we did. Thanks for dropping by. Take care. Get some food in your freezer, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.